When we come to the end of ourselves, we come to the beginning of God. The Christian life isn't about knowing how everything will work out. It's about trusting God to walk one step at a time, not by sight, but by faith, knowing that He will guide your way. Psalm 34, verses 17 and 18 say, "The Lord hears His people when they call to Him for help. He rescues them from all of their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He rescues those whose spirits are crushed." So many people are taught these days that it's not okay to be weak, that it's embarrassing when you can't do something by yourself, or that your failures define you. And I want to challenge that idea. You are not your failures. You are a son or a daughter of God, and He has given each of us a calling. Something that we tend to learn along the way is that we cannot do it by ourselves. If you can fulfill your calling without God, it's not your calling. And so often we can get discouraged by our mistakes or when things don't work out the way that we thought they were going to. But those mistakes are never a waste of time as long as you are learning along the way. God is always teaching us and always growing us, and He will take the things that were meant for our harm and bring good out of them. And that's what He will do with our mistakes, if we will bring them to Him, and if we will humble ourselves enough to learn from Him. God wants us to come to Him in any and every situation, not only in the good times, but also in the bad times. We need to go to God in our hardships, because when we are humble enough to know that we cannot do this in our own strength, when we come to the end of ourselves and we learn to rely on Him, to lean on Him, and to call on Him, then we truly come to the beginning of Him, and He can take it from there. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 7 says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." Oftentimes, we can get a vision or a dream from God about our calling, and we get so quickly overwhelmed that it is so far away. Why is that? It's because we are leaning on what we can see, not on faith. There are times when God will show you the big vision, but He won't lay out the entire path for you, because He needs to build some things in you, because He needs to develop your character, and because He needs you to learn to walk by faith and not by sight. He needs you to learn to walk hand in hand with Him and learn to take it one step at a time. God may not give you the whole plan, but He will give you one step at a time. Like I said earlier, the Christian life is not about knowing it all. It's about knowing and walking in the One who does. We need to learn to lean on Jesus, to walk in His strength, and to let Him guide us on the journey that He has for us. This life is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and sometimes we need to learn to slow down on this journey, to take in all that God has for us, and to learn to enjoy the little things that all add up to the big thing.